The disrespect for Patrick Mahomes is real, and we are heading into a season where there are people, Broussard with Nick Wright, saying that if Mahomes falters this year, it's understandable that he's not in the top spot for quarterbacks moving into the 2026 season. You have silly rankings dropping where Patrick Mahomes is the fourth ranked quarterback and the like. Now, I wanted to look into something for this video. I wanted to jump in the way back machine as we are here in 2025, and I wanted to look at something, how something was handled in the past. And here's my theory. I've been very upfront with this on the channel. I think that all of the Patrick Mahomes disrespect happens because Patrick Mahomes plays in Kansas City. This is flyover country. Kansas City is not a big city. Kansas City is not one of these media markets, and it doesn't fly, right? So you look at the king right now, as it were, if we're talking about quarterbacks, still it's Tom Brady, right? Tom Brady has the rings. That's the guy. Tom Brady played in New England. Much bigger quote unquote place, East Coast bias, etc. In an article titled Quarterback Questions for 32 NFL teams contracts QB1 races, we get the following. You've got quarterbacks, we've got questions. No matter how rock solid your favorite NFL team's quarterback situation is right now, there's still something about it that cries out for an answer this offseason. It might be about how he will play in 2025. It might be about the caliber of the offensive group around him. It might be about his contract. And it might even be as simple as the QB1's identity. As we inch closer to the start of training camps in 2025, let's provide answers to our annual 32 questions about 32 quarterbacks. Kansas City, what needs to happen for Patrick Mahomes' stats to return to an elite level? I'm going to let the entirety of that question sink in a little bit, because I don't think that it's going to hit you in the face right away. They're not talking about Patrick Mahomes. They're talking about the stats. They're talking about the stats. The article continues, well, it would certainly help if the Chiefs could protect him better. Can the combination of free agent signee Jalen Moore and first-round rookie Josh Simmons help shore up the tackle position? Will second-year lineman Kingsley Suamataia be better at guard than he was last season at left tackle? I'm preparing something for a video. Look at Mekhi Becton. Getting Rashee Rice back from his knee injury will help the wide receiver corps, as should a full season from Hollywood Brown. The Chiefs may never again be as explosive as they were in the early Mahomes days with Tyreek Hill, Kareem Hunt, and prime Travis Kelce, but the offense has shown it can be efficient and effective when the O-line is right. Stats. They mean stats, because Mahomes is doing absolutely everything else. He's leading the franchise on and off the field. He's winning. He's just not accumulating the gaudy numbers that he did early in his career. Still, even after a couple of seasons that are subpar by his own standards, Patrick Mahomes is on every pace to break every record that I know of by this many games into his career, etc. Not to mention, we talk about the offense being bad the past few years. Am I wrong? Or just as late as 2022, was Patrick Mahomes setting the all-time cumulative yardage record in the NFL? I think he was. Now, I want to bring up, because they mentioned stats, I want to bring up what they say about the stat king right now, Joe Burrow. The guy who threw for 1 million yards and 48 touchdowns last year. And didn't make the playoffs. Cincinnati Bengals. Is the Bengals defense improved enough to support Joe Burrow if he repeats his 2024 performance? Joe Burrow was ludicrously good in 2024, completing more than 70% of his passes, posting a higher QBR than anyone but Allen and Jackson, 74.7, and throwing 48 touchdown passes to just 9 interceptions. But a defense that finished 27th in defensive EPA rendered the offense's performance irrelevant, and the Bengals finished 9-8 and missed the playoffs. New defensive coordinator Al Golden should be able to overhaul some of the things and make improvements, but if the Trey Hendrickson contract dispute drags into the season, it's going to be tough for the Cincinnati Bengals to stop opposing offenses once again. Patrick Mahomes, early in his career, he played with some pretty bad defenses, didn't he? Mahomes' shortest season to date remains overtime in the AFC Championship game. Shortest season to date, overtime in the next to last game. Now, with all of this hate, with all of this disrespect, with all of these low rankings that for some reason, all of these odd questions that keep springing up around Patrick Mahomes, I wanted to take a look back. In 2010, Tom Brady went 324 of 492. Decent. He threw for 3,900 yards, not 4,000, sub 4,000 yards. 36 touchdowns, not a massive touchdown amount, and 4 interceptions. That's pretty good. Only throwing 4 interceptions during the course of a season. He went, by the way, that season 14-2. And he had not won a Super Bowl in 5 years. I wanted to look at some of the rankings that people had done for quarterbacks that season. So let's look back at some of the rankings for Tom Brady heading into the 2011 season. Hadn't won a Super Bowl in a long time. Didn't have great passing numbers. Still went 14-2. 14-2, 15-1, kind of the same thing. The Bleacher Report had Tom Brady ranked number 1, saying of Tom Brady, forget Tom Brady's 3 Super Bowl rings or the fact that he plays on one of the best dynasties in NFL history. Last season, he had 36 touchdowns versus only 4 interceptions, along with 3,900 yards and a passer rating of 111. The Patriots were 14-2, and in the second half of the season, they were as good or better than any Patriots team in recent years. Team. You can point out the fact that they lost to the Jets in the divisional round of the playoffs. Interesting. And that's a valid point. But the truth is that Tom Brady is as good as ever, which means the Patriots are as good as ever. Tom Brady has a statistically decent season. The Patriots go 14-2, but they lose in the playoffs. The divisional round of the playoffs. And Tom Brady's still ranked number 1. What about John Clayton, very respected in the football world? Don't look at that yet. John Clayton, very respected in the football world. Analysis, Tom Brady ranked number 1. Working 39 plays a game out of 2 tight end sets in 2010, Brady baffled defenses until the playoffs, winning 14 games and the league's MVP award with 3,900 yards passing. With the addition of Chad Ochocinco on the outside and some young runners, Brady should even be better this season. Arrow is pointing up. They thought that at the time. Tom Brady had a decent season, won a bunch of games, lost fairly early in the playoffs. But the arrow for Tom Brady at that point was pointing up. Why does not Patrick Mahomes get this same nicety offered to him? Why does not Patrick Mahomes have this same benefit of doubt? But oftentimes, too often, indeed, he does not. Now, you may have seen something I scrolled too far down. I wanted to end this video, talk a little bit about how aggravating it is for the Chiefs to have the best quarterback in the entire NFL, but not get the credit he deserves. We would like to read such articles that praise Patrick Mahomes day and night, but we don't get them. Everybody's talking about maybe he's not on the current Mount Rushmore of the NFL. The guys who are in the league now. Lamar Jackson's so much better than him. Josh Allen's so much better than him. Joe Burrow puts him to shame, don't you know? And now Jalen Hurts, well, Jalen Hurts has a ring of his own. But man, we can't get any of those really nice articles about Patrick Mahomes, things that we would love to read. It makes you yearn for a simpler time. Something that would take you back, right? Remind you of when being a Chiefs fan was so much easier than it is now. All of this angst that we have, that the Chiefs are obviously the best team in football, but no one ranks them there. Golly, it causes so much distress. That John Clayton article that we just read about Tom Brady from, he ranked all 32 quarterbacks, including the Chiefs' starting quarterback in 2011. Matt Cassel, ranked 17th. Matt Cassel, Kansas City Chiefs analysis. I mean this positively. He's a taller version of Chad Pennington. Give him a good running game and good yards after the catch receivers, and Cassel will win. Chance of being elite, 20%. Oh, man. Oh, man. Doesn't that just remind you that no matter what these articles from these talking heads say, it sure is nice to get to watch Patrick Mahomes every Sunday.